Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan begin their goodwill visit to Indonesia. Hereditary Prince Alos and Hereditary Princess Sophie of Liechtenstein attend a celebration in Shan. Members of the Danish and Norwegian royal families visit Land of the Legends in Denmark. Princess Charlene of Monaco teaches water safety classes in Corsica. And members of the British royal family attend Trooping the Colour in London. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for June 17th, 2023. In London, members of the British royal family attended the 2023 Trooping the Colour, held on Horse Guards Parade. Participating in the procession from Buckingham Palace down the Mall to Horse Guards Parade were His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, and Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal. In the carriages were Her Majesty Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales, His Royal Highness Prince George of Wales, Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Wales, His Royal Highness Prince Louis of Wales, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Edinburgh, and Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence. Since 1748, Trooping the Colour is marked as the official birthday of the sovereign. The military ceremony, quote, dates back to the early 18th century, or even earlier, when the colours, which are flags, of the battalion were carried, or trooped, down the ranks so that they could be seen and recognized by the soldiers. This year marks the first Trooping the Colour of His Majesty's reign. The King attended his first Trooping the Colour in 1951, aged 3, riding in a carriage with his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, and his aunt, Princess Margaret. The King first rode in the parade as Colonel of the Welsh Guards in 1975. Thereafter, members of the British royal family, including Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal and Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence, Their Royal Highnesses the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Their Royal Highnesses the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, and His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent, watched a 6-minute RAF fly past from the balcony at Buckingham Palace. Yesterday, Buckingham Palace announced that His Majesty King Charles III of the United Kingdom has been, quote, graciously pleased to appoint the Queen to the most ancient and most noble Order of the Thistle. The most ancient and most noble Order of the Thistle represents the highest honor in Scotland. Revived by King James VII, the order has a complement of 16 knights, KT, end quote. The order is second only in precedence in England to the Order of the Garter. The date of the foundation of the order is not known, although legend has it that it was founded in 809 when King Achius made an alliance with Emperor Charlemagne. On Friday in Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain presided over the solemn act of the taking of the oath, or Oath of Allegiance, before the flag of Spain of civil personnel held at the barracks of El Rey de la Guardia Real. According to the Spanish royal court, the taking of the oath before the flag of Spain is legally established as a prerequisite for the acquisition of the status of professional military personnel. Quote, it allows Spaniards who, without wishing to join the armed forces on a professional basis, may express their commitment to the defense of Spain by taking the oath or pledge before the flag. The requirements to take the oath of allegiance are to have Spanish nationality, to have reached 18 years of age, and have not been declared incompetent by a firm legal sentence, end quote. In Monacoville, Their Serene Highnesses Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene of Monaco, accompanied by His Serene Highness Hereditary Prince Jacques of Monaco, hosted a reception at the Palais Princier for the AS Monaco basketball team. Last Thursday, the team made history after winning the French championships against the Metropolitans 85-92 in Game 3. Not only has AS Monaco won the championships, but the team also won all 8 of its playoff games. According to EuroLeague Basketball, AS Monaco, quote, completed the most successful season in club history, having also reached the 2023 Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four and have won the 2023 French Cup, end quote. Awesome. Congrats to the team and congrats to the AS Monaco fans. Yay! On Friday, in Calvi, Her Serene Highness Princess Charlene of Monaco, accompanied by the Secretary General of the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation and her brother, Mr. Gareth Woodstock, and Monegasque freediver and ambassador of the Princess Charlene of Monaco Foundation, Mr. Pierre Froila, participated in the third edition of the Water Safety Days held at the Calvi Nautique Club on the island of Corsica. The princess, along with Mr. Froila and his team from the Académie Monégasque de la Mer, with support of a team of sports professionals of the SNSM, led various workshops in water safety, first aid, and CPR for 80 young people from local schools. Now that summer is here in Europe and other parts of the world, well, except for where I live it's green season, also known as winter, it is incredibly important that children and young people learn about water safety, drowning prevention, and CPR. In the United States, drowning is the second leading cause of unintentional injury or death in children ages 1 to 14 years old. According to the WHO, drowning is the third leading cause of unintentional injury or death worldwide, accounting for 7% of all injury-related deaths, which is roughly 647 people per day. As one who's in the ocean every single day surfing, please keep yourself and your family safe by learning basic water safety skills. Also, never, ever turn your back on the ocean. 2, always swim with a buddy. 3, if you're a parent, always keep a close eye on your little ones. In fact, stay by their side when swimming, whether in the ocean, pool, or lake. 4th, swim in an area where there are certified lifeguards on duty. Learn about rip currents. If you're caught in one, don't fight it. Swim out of the current, either to the right or to the left and onto the shore. Finally, never, ever swim in murky waters after a storm or in harbor entrances and areas near stream mouths and channels. Why? These cute little guys. Sharks. I love sharks, but they don't always like you. So be careful. Don't swim in murky waters. Okay, moving on. On Friday evening in Larvodo, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco, accompanied by his nephew, Mr. Louis Ducal, and his lovely wife, Mrs. Marie Ducal, and his niece, Miss Camille Gottlieb, attended the opening of the 62nd Monte Carlo Television Festival held at the Grimaldi Forum. Established in 1961 by Prince Rainier III, the Monte Carlo Television Festival gathers studio execs, international broadcasting networks, digital platforms, and international stars to promote their programs to the press and public, as well as to compete for the prestigious Golden Nymph Awards. On Thursday, the Sovereign Prince, accompanied by Her Royal Highness Princess Caroline of Hanover, attended the conference entitled Rainier III, A Man, a Story, organized by Les Rencontres Littéraires Fabien Boison. Mr. Jacques Boison, the Principality of Monaco's first ambassador to the United Nations, spoke with historians about the incredible life and legacy of his friend, family man and head of state, Rainier III. On Saturday, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark and Their Majesties King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway visited the famous Land of the Legends, a stone's throw from the lovely city of Roskilde, in the municipality of Lyra. Established in 1964 by ethnologist Mr. Hans Ole Hansen as an experimental center for studies in the field of history and archaeology, today it is an outdoor museum/tourist attraction showcasing 10,000 years of Danish history from the Iron Age through the Stone Age, through the Viking Age, through the 19th century. During their visit, Her Majesty and Their Majesties visited the King's Hall, a recreation based on, quote, archaeological finds less than 3 kilometers from the Land of the Legends. In 2009, traces of the largest Viking habitation in Denmark peeked out from the mud. With a little more than 60 meters from one end to the other, it's about as long as a football field is wide. And with its rows of big, large posts, the construction has been able to support a building with up to 10 meters to the ceiling. With over 600 square meters, the large King's Hall is a unique witness of the culmination of Nordic architecture and crafts of the Viking Age. End quote. That actually looks really cool. I hope to see that one day. Back in Copenhagen, Miss Lene Bellaby, head of communications for the Danish Royal Court, confirmed that Her Majesty the Queen has finally quit smoking. Her Majesty the Queen gave up her habit, which began when she was 17 years old, prior to having extensive back surgery on February 22nd. On Friday, Their Majesties King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway concluded their 2-day official visit to beautiful Denmark. The day began in the lovely city of Aarhus in East Jutland, as a Royal Yacht Norge and the Royal Yacht Dannenbrog sailed into Aarhus Harbor. At Aarhus Harbor Square, Their Majesties King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway were warmly welcomed by Their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark. At 10 a.m., Their Majesties and the Crown Prince couple attended a panel session entitled Norway and Denmark, Stronger Together for a Green Future. At 11 a.m., Their Majesties and the Crown Prince couple returned to Aarhus Harbor Square to meet with Norwegian students studying at the University of Aarhus. Thereafter, the royal foursome attended a lovely luncheon at the Aarhus Town Hall hosted by the mayor. At 2:30 p.m., Their Majesties and the Crown Prince couple attended the Literature Exchange Literary Festival. The day ended with a reception hosted by King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway aboard the Royal Yacht Norge. In Stockholm, Her Royal Highness Princess Sofia of Sweden participated in the symposium entitled 2000 Healthy, organized by the Manometer Clinic and held inside the University Lecture Hall at the Sofia home yesterday afternoon. According to the Swedish Royal Court, the Manometer Clinic started treating patients with eating disorders. Since its inception, more than 2,000 patients have been declared healthy. To highlight this, the symposium was held to discuss the, quote, latest research on eating disorders and the experiences of the relatives of the patients, end quote. This past spring, Princess Sofia worked as a volunteer at the Manometer Clinic at the Sofia home. In Eschdorf, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg attended the inauguration of the new SEBES water treatment plant. In 2015, the SEBES began construction of the new water treatment plant due to the growing population in Luxembourg. The new modern and efficient plant has a processing capacity of 110,000 cubic meter of water per day. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg held an audience with representatives of the Luxembourg City Tourist Office, LCTO, at the Palais Grand Ducal. Established in 1977, the LCTO has been organizing summer guided tours of the Palais Grand Ducal. Last year, over 5,000 tourists visited the stunning palais. All profits from the guided tours are donated to the Grand Duke and Grand Duchess Foundation. During the meeting, the president of the LCTO, Mr. Mark Angel, and the soon-to-be retired director of the LCTO, Mr. Tom Bellin, presented the Grand Duchess with a check worth $16,728.07. In Luxembourg City, His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, as honorary president, presided over the presentation of the Kreitzberg Foundation's end-of-training certificates. The certificates were presented to 9 individuals with disabilities who have successfully completed preparatory training for the job market. Thereafter, a party was held in honor of the recipients. Well done, guys. In Brussels, Her Imperial and Royal Highness Princess Astrid of Belgium, Archduchess of Austria-Est, attended the 100th anniversary celebrations of the Brugman University Hospital. In 1923, the hospital was opened by King Albert I and Queen Elizabeth of the Belgians. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Princess Claire of Belgium met with the winners of the 2023 Queen Paola Prize for Education at the Provincial Center for Extraordinary Education. In Shan, His Serene Highness Hereditary Prince Alos and Her Royal Highness Hereditary Princess Sophie of Liechtenstein attended the inauguration of the Ivoclar Group's new state-of-the-art administration building and education center. The Ivoclar Group is a leading manufacturer in making dental instruments and false teeth. During Friday's inauguration, the hereditary prince couple also celebrated Ivoclar Group's 100th anniversary. In Haarlem, Her Royal Highness Princess Laurentien of the Netherlands, as patron, attended the opening of a conference entitled, Am I Hearing Right? About the Heard and Unheard Language, held at the FIL Theater, also known as Phil. Meanwhile, their Imperial Majesties Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan arrived in Jakarta, Indonesia this afternoon to begin their 7-day international goodwill visit. This is the first official working visit for the Emperor and Empress since ascending to the throne in 2019. After the official welcoming ceremony, the Emperor and Empress arrived at their hotel, where they were warmly welcomed by dozens of happy children attending a local Japanese school. According to the Imperial Household Agency, on Monday, the Emperor and Empress will attend a luncheon held in their honor and hosted by the President of the Republic of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, at the Presidential Palace in Bogor. And finally, in Paris, their Royal Highnesses Prince Charles and Princess Camilla of Bourbon-Two Sicilies, accompanied by their daughters, Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Carolina of Bourbon-Two Sicilies and Her Royal Highness Princess Maria Chiara of Bourbon-Two Sicilies, visited the Louvre Museum to view the exhibition entitled Naples à Paris. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I will be back tomorrow on Sunday, June 18th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Saturday evening and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful Saturday evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.